Dear chosen ones, you are being led to a home in December. Pause. Watch closely before this vision disappears. This message is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment. Chosen one, hear this not as mere words, but as confirmation from the highest. Something sacred has already been set apart for you. December bears your name not just on a calendar, but etched into the blueprint of a dwelling designed by heaven itself. A house, a sanctuary, a destiny that has been patiently waiting for your arrival. They revealed a vision, a house bathed in golden light, glowing not with electricity but with the warmth of divine welcome. Its walls remember you, though your feet have never touched its floors. Its air already breathes your name. Even now your spirit stirs, sensing what your eyes have not yet seen. The restlessness in your soul, the quiet ache for change, the sudden urge to clean or rearrange your space. These are not random impulses. They are spiritual signals, sacred preparations, dreams filled with unfamiliar rooms, your feed showing homes you've never searched for. This is alignment in motion. The Most High is setting the stage. As it is written, "My Father's house has many rooms. I go to prepare a place for you." John 14:2. That promise is not only for eternity, it is unfolding here now. Someone somewhere is unknowingly making way for you, a landlord adjusting curtains, a stranger packing boxes. They do not realize they are part of heaven's choreography. Every detail is being woven with divine precision because peace must find you a place to dwell. And hear this clearly, chosen one. You are not searching for the house. The house is searching for you. It carries a memory of you, a recognition from your future, echoing backward into this moment. When you see the image, whether in a dream, online, or by divine encounter, you will know. Your heart will whisper, "This is it. This is mine." And in that moment, you will remember this message. December is no longer just a month. It is your doorway. It is the answer to prayers whispered in the dark. Within those walls, your laughter will return freely, and your tears will dry upon pillows that know your sorrow. For what awaits you is not merely a place to live, it is a place to rise, a place where healing gathers itself around you, where the version of you that survived finally meets the version of you that can breathe again. Now, as you step forward into this divine role, declare your readiness. Type Amen in the comments below as a sign of your acceptance, as a bold statement that you are ready to step into your God-given purpose and remain here until the end. For we will close with a powerful prayer that seals this promise over your life. This house spoken of is no ordinary dwelling. It is sacred ground prepared for you long before you even knew to ask. There is a glow around it, not just physical, but spiritual, a light that cannot be dimmed, as if the very walls have been waiting for your footsteps since the foundations of time were laid. Within its corners, warmth lingers. The air breathes peace, humming in frequencies only the soul can understand. And in the quiet of its halls, your name has already been spoken, whispered by unseen messengers of light. Chosen one, do not mistake this for metaphor. What is being revealed is not just about a structure of bricks and beams, but about a shift in destiny. December is not merely bringing a change of address, it is delivering the version of you that has been hidden beneath layers of survival, waiting to step forward into freedom, into safety, into visibility. In the coming days, signs will begin to stir, gentle, subtle, but certain. A listing you didn't expect to see, a number that seems to follow you, a dream filled with rooms you've never entered yet somehow feel like home. These are not accidents, these are divine breadcrumbs placed before you. Because the Most High is guiding your path with precision, do not ignore the stirring within you, the one that feels like anticipation wrapped in mystery. That is not anxiety. It is spiritual momentum. Heaven is shifting. Your atmosphere, this house carries more than a roof over your head. It holds rest for your soul. It has been shaped to fit the contours of your spirit. Its walls are painted in the colors of your healing. Its windows are placed not just to let in sunlight, but to let in revelation. The scent in the air, it's not just freshness, it is the fragrance of new beginnings ordained by the hand of the Creator. Someone connected to this blessing is already in motion. A stranger scrolling through listings, a friend mentioning a place in passing, a relative suggesting an idea without knowing why. These moments, though small, are being woven together into one perfect intersection of divine timing. Watch how the signs appear. A name you keep hearing, a location you can't get out of your mind, even a light in a dream that shines gold, not like anything you've seen before. This is the Most High whispering, "We have saved this place for you." And when your heart suddenly recognizes it, not just with curiosity, but with that deep, undeniable knowing, "This is where I belong," understand that it is not imagination, it is memory. Memory from your future echoing backward through time, calling you forward into alignment. You are entering a new vibration, one where stability is no longer fleeting, where rest isn't something you fight for, it surrounds you. The nights of worry, the days of not knowing, the ache of not having a place to fully exhale, those chapters are closing. This is not just a relocation, it is a resurrection. And when the image appears, whether on a screen or in a dream, your soul will recognize it instantly. It won't be because it's beautiful. It will be because it feels like it already knows you. The Most High does not rush what is sacred. That is why the shift will not come with chaos, but with clarity. You will not strive. You will be led. The doors will open in peace. The timing will be gentle but exact. The world may not see it, but heaven has already sealed it. This next season is not about chasing. It is about receiving what has already been appointed. Pack not just your belongings, pack your peace. Prepare not just your plans, prepare your posture. December is the date marked in heaven's calendar, but the blessing is already yours in spirit. And when you finally stand before that door, it will not just be the threshold of a house. It will be the beginning of a new era, a place where your laughter will return, a space where your rest will be holy, a home where your spirit will rise again. What has been unfolding up until now is not simply a vision. It is a preparation, a slow and sacred unveiling of what the Most High has already placed before you. And now, as the path begins to rise to meet your feet, understand this clearly. You are not just moving into a house. You are entering a healing. The place prepared for you is not marked by chance. It has been waiting with the patience of eternity, quietly humming with the frequency of restoration. This is not just a new address. It is a space calibrated to your healed self. Every beam, every doorway, every corner is soaked in the echo of your prayers. Some you whispered long ago and forgot, some too deep for words. And yet heaven heard them all. The world may call it a move, but in truth, it is a divine arrival. December, that sacred threshold, holds more than just a season. It holds an alignment between who you were and who you're becoming. The road that once felt uncertain, scattered with delays and dead ends, now makes sense. The detours were never meant to harm. They were meant to preserve. Just as Joseph was positioned in a foreign land to prepare for famine, so too have you been positioned, hidden for a time, but not forgotten. For the word says, "You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace." Isaiah 55:12. This is that leading. This is that peace. What awaits you carries your energetic imprint. It's more than real estate. It is sacred estate. And when you arrive, the ground itself will welcome you. The wind will shift. The light will linger longer in the room. There will be a silence, but not emptiness. It will be the kind of silence that only comes when heaven stops to watch a promise fulfilled. Do not be surprised if in these days you notice signs that feel too precise to dismiss. A street name that won't leave your thoughts, a recurring number, a photo that stirs something deep and wordless in your spirit. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Each one is a signature from the Most High that says, yes, this is the place. Even now someone may be unwittingly preparing it, fixing a door or knob, sweeping the floors, rearranging furniture. They do not know that their hands are part of a larger orchestration. Heaven moves in layers. What feels small to one is a miracle in motion for another. And perhaps those around you won't understand the pull. They may question your urgency, your calm certainty, your sudden clarity. Do not let their confusion distract you from your calling. Noah was building a vessel long before the rain came. So too have you been building your faith plank. By plank, for this very moment. The fatigue you've carried is not weakness, it is the weight of spiritual labor. But the season of striving is drawing to a close. The promise is now breathing near your door. When you enter this house, it will not just be a shift in surroundings, it will be a shift in spirit. Where chaos once lived, calm will dwell. Where fear once echoed, laughter will rise. There will be no grand fireworks, no dramatic moment, just a quiet knowing, a soft pull in your chest, like a memory you didn't know you had returning all at once. The breeze will feel like a benediction. The light will feel like home. Let the noise of the world fall away. Let the weight of what's behind be released. This is your invitation to clear space, not just in your room, but in your heart. Make room for rest, for belonging, for the life that is not forced, but formed around peace. In that space, you will remember who you are without the burden. You will decorate it not only with things, but with grace. The quiet mornings will whisper, "You made it." The still evenings will echo, "You are safe now." And the walls will never feel too close again. They will feel like arms that hold without pressure. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is divine replacement. For every space where sorrow grew, joy will now take root. For every long night, there will be light in the morning. You are not being sent backward. You are not being left behind. You are being delivered not just to a home, but to the frequency of who you were always meant to be. The timing is exact. The placement is holy. The transition will be quiet, but it will resound in the spirit as one of the greatest turning points of your life. Let it come. Let it be. The door is already open. The journey of alignment is not only spiritual, it is also practical. It is not only about visions, signs, and sacred whispers. It is also about how you rise each morning, how you treat your space, how you speak to yourself, and how you prepare your life for the peace you've been promised. 4. What the Most High has written for you does not float above your reality. It is meant to be lived in your body, your home, your choices, and your breath. As this divine transition into December begins to unfold, understand this: you are not just being moved to a new place, you are being refined for a new way of being. And with that comes a call to participate with heaven in small, deliberate ways. Start first with your surroundings. You need not rush. You need not make grand gestures. Begin small, perhaps with one drawer, one shelf, one neglected corner. There, as you hold old papers, unworn clothing, or unused items in your hands, ask your spirit gently, "Does this still belong with the person I am becoming?" If it does not, release it. You are not discarding mess. You are clearing spiritual weight. You are signaling that you are ready to live lighter. This is the act of agreement with the divine plan. Just as the Israelites cleared out the old Lebanon before the new season of Passover, you too are making space for something pure and purposeful. Next, bring beauty into your present space, not for aesthetics, but for alignment. A small plant that reminds you of life, a new candle that speaks of light, a blanket that holds warmth. These are not decorations, they are anchors, sacred reminders that something new is coming and your spirit is already hosting it in the now. Prepare the way for the Lord, John cried in the wilderness. Mark 1:3. In the same way you prepare the way for peace to enter your life, not by striving but by welcoming. Let your gratitude become action. Don't just feel thankful, write it. Each morning or night, open a journal. Record 3 things you're thankful for and 3 things you're releasing. bitterness, control, fear, regret. Each release loosens the soil where new joy will grow. You are not just journaling, you are doing sacred work. And when you begin to write as though the new home is already yours, as if the keys are already in your hands, you are speaking faith into form. For it is written, you will have whatever you say. Mark 11:23. Words have power. Use them as tools of creation. Be attentive to your emotional landscape. Watch your energy. Some conversations will lift you. Others will quietly dim your light. Notice what brings heaviness. Observe what gives you peace. Your body will speak before your mind understands. Honor it. When you sense the tightness in your chest, pause. When you feel the softness of peace, lean in. You are no longer called to environments that constantly require you to shrink, defend, or explain your growth. Your new home will reflect serenity. Begin becoming that now. Practice stillness. 5 minutes is enough. Sit. Breathe slowly. See yourself entering your new space. Feel the light on your skin. Hear the silence, the kind that feels sacred, not lonely. Smell the air. Let your body remember it. Visualization is not just daydreaming, it is preparation. Heaven often births the future first in the imagination because the imagination is where faith can see what the eyes cannot. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, Hebrews 11:1. And in this space of seeing, believing, and breathing, you align with what already belongs to you. Pay attention to the language of signs, a number repeating, a word that echoes in different conversations, a color that keeps appearing, a dream that returns. These are not random. Heaven is subtle but precise. You don't need to chase meaning, just be present enough to receive it. When something catches your heart, pause. Even if you don't yet understand, honor it. You are being trained to hear with your spirit, and above all, speak with kindness to yourself. Transition is holy ground. It is not always graceful, but it is always sacred. You are not expected to get everything right. You are only expected to stay open. Each day you move through old fears. Each time you forgive yourself, each moment you choose calm over chaos. You are stepping further into the version of yourself that the Most High has always seen. Say aloud what you want to believe. I am open to what is good. I am ready to live in peace. I will not miss what is mine. These affirmations are not empty. They are declarations. They shape the energy around you. They pull your reality into alignment with your destiny. So do not dismiss the small things. A drawer cleared, a word written, a flower placed, a moment of silence honored. These are not distractions. They are sacred steps. For the day is near when you will stand at the doorway of that house, not just with keys in hand, but with a soul that says, I am ready. And when you walk in, it will not feel like entering a new space. It will feel like remembering who you've always been. And now, as your spirit has been slowly adjusting, as your heart has been making quiet room for something new, here is the truth that must be spoken plainly. The release you've been practicing is not in vain. Every item you've let go of, every moment of stillness you've honored, every old pattern you've surrendered, these have not only lightened your soul, they have created a direct pathway for the blessing that is about to take form. You do not need to push. You do not need to strive. When December arrives, you will not chase what is already assigned to you. It will meet you like morning meets the edge of night, softly without struggle, but with certainty. And in that moment, as your feet cross the threshold of a space your soul has long known, there will be no need for grand declarations. Your heart will whisper what it has waited years to say, I'm finally home. The waiting, the uncertainty, the seasons of silence, all of it was preparation. The vision that once felt distant, the signs that seemed too subtle, the timing that never made sense, they are now converging. What was once paused is in motion. What was once delayed is now divinely aligned. December will not be just another month. It will be your turning point, and you may already feel it, that subtle shift, the quiet excitement beneath the surface. conversations that circle back, to homes, images appearing on your screen, dreams of places you've never walked through but somehow recognize. These are not accidents, they are divine patterns, the fingerprints of heaven gently guiding you toward your appointed dwelling. This house is not just a structure of wood and stone, it is a sacred return, a restoration of what was lost, not necessarily in the same form, but in a better one. Laughter that feels easy, stillness that soothes, belonging that doesn't ask you to shrink. The home is the container, but the promise is what's inside. The peace, the clarity, the gentle unfolding of life without resistance. Even now, heaven is watching over your energy, not because you're fragile, but because you are in a sacred state of becoming. The moment you chose peace over panic, patience over pressure, heaven began rearranging everything for your good. Behind the scenes, quiet miracles have been aligning. The person preparing the space may not know you, but they are unknowingly carrying out their role in a much greater plan. You are not behind. You have not missed your moment. The delay was never denial. It was divine preparation. Just as David waited years between anointing and appointing, so too have you been held, not forgotten but shielded until the time was right. And now, as that time approaches, you'll notice. Things feel easier, the path smooths out, the weight begins to lift, the right doors open, not with effort but with grace. The right people appear not by force but by divine assignment. You'll look back on the chaos and see it clearly. It was clearing the way for this moment of sacred simplicity. There will be a silence before it happens, a holy hush, a stillness that feels strangely familiar. That is the sign. That is the moment when everything begins. Not with noise, but with peace. Not with frenzy, but with knowing. That is when the shift becomes real. And when you see the house online in passing or in a dream, it will not feel like discovery. It will feel like recognition. A sacred yes that lives in your chest. Not because it's perfect, but because it fits. Not because it dazzles, but because it knows you. Even now the patterns are becoming clearer. A color that repeats, a number that finds you again and again, a location that continues to whisper. And then, one day soon, a conversation with someone, perhaps a friend, perhaps a stranger, will open the final door. They may say something simple, "This place feels like you," and they will not know that they have spoken prophecy. The alignment won't make sense logically. It won't be calculated or expected. It will feel like destiny brushing against your skin, a chill, a warmth, a deep inhale that brings tears without warning. That's not just emotion, that is divine confirmation. The Most High is placing you not just in a home, but in a life you no longer have to survive because now it is safe to thrive. This is the hour when everything connects. The pieces that didn't fit, the moments that felt wasted, the losses that once made. No sense, all of it begins to form a picture. And when you finally step into it, your spirit will say, "This is what the waiting was for." You are being wrapped in stillness, not to stall you, but to ready you. This is the calm before the unveiling. And when it comes, the light will enter, not just your home, but your soul. So let gratitude rise within you, not because everything is already perfect, but because you know it soon will be. The home, the warmth, the ease, the holy ground beneath your feet. These are not dreams to chase, they are already prepared. All that remains is for you to meet them at the appointed time. December will carry a quiet magic, the kind that settles, the kind that stays. And when it finds you, it will not demand anything. It will only welcome you home. For this is not the end. This is the beginning of your golden chapter. Now, as the silence around you begins to feel not like absence, but like presence, the holy kind that speaks without sound, you must know this. Everything has been building toward this exact moment. The signs that once felt scattered are now aligning. The pieces that once felt too far apart are coming together in divine rhythm. And the whispers you've been hearing in your spirit are not hopes. They are instructions, confirmations, blueprints from the divine revealing what was always meant for you. The Most High has not been idle in your waiting. While you were wondering, heaven was working. While you were letting go, the foundations of your future were being laid quietly, invisibly, faithfully. There is a passage in the book of Habakkuk often overlooked, but deeply powerful. For the vision is yet for the appointed time. It hastens toward the goal, and it will not fail, though it tries. Wait for it will certainly come. It will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. This is that appointed time. What was once delayed is now moving. What once felt stalled is now arriving gently but surely. December is no longer simply a month on your calendar. It has become a threshold, a portal, a holy doorway into the version of your life that has been protected until now. And the energy you've been feeling, that mix of excitement, grief, peace, and tears without warning, is the breaking open of everything old. So something sacred can come through. You are not falling apart. You are being reassembled. Lately, you may have noticed moments of strange clarity. You may have seen an image of a home that tugged at your chest for no reason, heard a familiar name spoken out loud, or stumbled upon a quiet street that made your soul pause. These moments are not coincidence. They are breadcrumbs, markers of the map heaven has been drawing, leading you toward your next dwelling, not just physically, but spiritually. There is a reason you've been waking with the need to shift your space, the urge to clear things out, to open windows, to rearrange furniture even when nothing logically requires it. That is your spirit preparing the inner landscape to match what's coming externally. In the same way, the priests in 2 Chronicles prepared the temple before the glory of the Lord filled it, cleansing, ordering, sanctifying. You too are now being invited to create order within. So the weight of glory can rest upon your life without resistance. Someone right now, perhaps in a different city or just down the street, is unknowingly preparing the space that holds your next season. They may be repainting the walls, fixing something small, posting a listing, or even debating whether or not to move out. They don't know they are participating in a divine transaction. But this is how destiny moves. Through the ordinary hands of others, heaven completes the extraordinary alignment of your life. You may even be feeling waves of nostalgia or unexplained emotion. You may find yourself drawn to places you've never been, or remembering a version of yourself you had long tucked away. That's not regression, it's revelation. Your spirit is preparing to reconnect with something deeper, something ancient, something written long before you were born. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, the Lord declared in Jeremiah 1:5.